right, y'all, a little rock and roll history tour. I'm in town for Tedeschi Trucks Band at the Beacon Theater and cruising New York, and decided to stop by the Brill Building. I'd never been here before. This is behind me. This is where a lot of rock and roll history, where a lot of music history was written, and particularly some pretty famous songwriters' names and songs you might know. Carole King, and her husband Jerry Goff, and Cynthia Weil, Barry Mann, Lieber and Stoller wrote tunes out of here. You name it, you've heard songs that came out of the Brill Building. Unfortunately, it looks like this is all that's left of the original building, because it's a CVS over here behind my right shoulder. But anyway, I got another stop for you. We'll be right back. If my math is right, this building behind me that way is the location of the Atlantic Studios at 1841 Broadway in New York City. And it's a pretty significant place for a lot of reasons. John Coltrane recorded here. I believe Ray Charles recorded here. This is where Tom Dowd did a lot of his wizardry, just learning and improving recording. And on the Allman Brothers front, this is where they recorded, or the spot across the street from me here, where they recorded their very first album, the debut album, when they came to New York. I'm going to do a little more research on this building, and last I saw, this was a vacant lot. When I made the trek over here today, actually, it showed a vacant lot, so I'll look a little bit more. But anyway, a couple little Allman Brother music history spots for you while I'm in New York. Long live the ABB. What's up, y'all? I'm chilling in New York, thinking a bit back on last night's show with Tedeschi Trucks Band at Beacon Theater, and I just wanted to say, this band is so fucking talented and so good. There's 12 people on the stage. They play 2 plus 3, almost 3-hour sets. Last night, 5 people sang lead. They covered Aretha Franklin, It Ain't Fair. Alicia Shakur just freaking killed that tune. Song Dwayne played with Aretha and King Curtis played with Aretha. Of course, they did B.B. King. Susan just nails How Blue Can You Get, probably one of my favorite all-time blues songs of all time. First set ended with a run from Circles Around the Sun to... instead of Passaquan, they went into Had to Cry Today, the song from Blind Faith, and then they went into Passaquan, and then they did Setbreak, and then they come back out, and Ravi Coltrane, John Coltrane's son, sits in part of the second set. I'd stop for a second to look at the set list and figure out what all that they played in the second set. They were actually played a lot of songs from I Am the Moon across the board. And frankly, it was just a freaking phenomenal set. And if you've not been to the Beacon Theater or seen Tedeschi Trucks in a theater setting, listen, y'all, you got to make it happen. They are just a stellar, stunning band. Anyway, night 1 is in the books. Night 2 tonight, Friday night. Still looking for a ticket for night 3. We'll see if the ticket ferries are good to me. But anyway, I just want to say, of all the bands that sort of carry on the spirit of Long Live the ABB at a high level, Tedeschi Trucks are way at the top for me. I've been seeing Derek Trucks live since he was like 13 years old. I've followed his entire career. I think he is one of the greatest guitar players of all time. And fuck yeah, I'm biased about it, but if you listen to what he does and how he does it, he's just the best. And leads this incredible band of 12 musicians. He's like a point guard. Watch him on stage. Anyway, Tedeschi Trucks Band. Long live the ABB. This one's got nothing to do with the Allman Brothers or music, and everything to do with Gen X. If my fellow Gen Xers recognize the building, you probably don't. I didn't either. But that's the building Different Strokes. And this is a little part where they pulled in at the beginning of the TV show and looked up at this big giant building. Anyway, Different Strokes, 1980s sitcom. I'm not going to comment on the terrible outcomes that happened for all 3 of those child actors. But anyway, New York City, man. I genuinely have no idea if any of you guys can hear me or not, but this is the Loge, Row B, Beacon Theater, Night 2, Tedeschi Trucks Band. You can check it there. I'm sitting audience left, stage right. Looking forward to another barn burner. Long live the ABB. Walking actually down 2nd Avenue, over that way. In the direction I'm headed is the original site of Fillmore East, which I'll get to in just a second. I'll flip around and show you the view. So here's 2nd Avenue, 7th Street. Fillmore East was at 6th and 2nd Avenue. I'll show you in just a second. All right, this building right in front of me with all the scaffolding, unfortunately, that is the original lobby to the Fillmore East. 205 2nd Avenue. 105, 2nd Avenue, New York City. Okay, so this is the actual lobby of Fillmore East. This is the actual building. It's now an Apple Bank, has been for a number of years. It's closed today, but there's a little exhibit inside. I'm gonna show you guys just a hint of it. You see all of that stuff on the walls. Those are all photographs. You can't see it there, but on Fillmore East. But this was the original lobby. The lobby got saved. The building itself, you would enter straight back there, at the very back of this picture, and the building's gone. There's a little artwork on the corner of 2nd Avenue and 6th Street. You see the ABB get a little mention there at the bottom. Fillmore East up at the top. I'll show you across the way. They've named it for Bill Graham Way.
What was that? Oh, yeah.
All right, hold just 1 second. All right, behind me, you can see sort of where the building turns into red brick right about there, all the way back. That was where the theater was. So it opened into a very small area in the front and into a massive theater in the back that's now long gone. There's a little better view of that brick building. So the stage was all the way at the end of that brick building. That's where the stage door was. If you look and play all night, you'll see a copy of, I have a picture of, beautiful picture of the theater actually. I'm gonna do a little panorama from the corner here. There's the Fillmore building. Unfortunately, it's closed. It's covered up, which kind of sucks. This was the neighborhood, y'all.
I didn't even say anything like.
All right, I got one more spot on this trip, probably posted in a separate video. Long live the ABB. Here's another one. This is the historical marker that's on the building. Again, this is the building that original Fillmore East lobby, just to show you this is the historical marker. And honestly, y'all, I'm a historical marker guy. It's a travesty that the Allman Brothers name isn't on here, and it's not just because they're my favorite band, which is something I got when I asked a question about it to the powers that be here, but it's because their name belongs on the building that graced the name of their famous album where they recorded their greatest album. All right, y'all. Long live the ABB. Hey, y'all. Greetings from row M in the balcony. Tedeschi Trucks Band, Beacon Theater, Night 3. Looking forward to another fucking barn burner. Just met my dude Rick, a local, who says, hey man, I love your channel. So Rick, shout out if you find this one, and appreciate all y'all. Peace. Long live the ABB. All right, thought I'd give y'all a shot from the seat. You didn't have to look at me the entire time. There we go. I was sitting right over there to my right, about right over there, for one of my favorite all-time Allman Brothers moments, which was March 7th, 1998. I was sitting over here watching J-Mo and Greg. Long live the ABB. Thank you. Hey, y'all, what's up? This is Setbreak, Night 3, March 2nd, Beacon Theater. Look who I'm with. This is my boy, Adam Choi. I almost called you Andy. Adam fucking Choi. Adam, Tedeschi Trucks Band Podcast. Motherfucking great podcast, dude. What is up?
What's up? This has been an awesome weekend. This first set from the Night 3 has been amazing. Why does love got to be so sad? I'm still processing. I can't wait to listen to the show.
I'm done.
There's a whole other set, and I'm excited to listen to the set one.
I'm done. Right on. Yeah. All right, rock on, y'all. Long live the ABB.
Cheers. At Tedeschi Trucks Podcast.
Peace. That time when your dude, Will Barr, Johnny in the Basement, my buddy, is playing the bitter end, one of the more famous clubs in New York City history. Got a chance to check him out, put some video up, y'all. Pretty special night for your old buddy Bob.
my last post from New York. Last night I trekked down to Greenwich Village to catch my buddy Will, Bart, and his band, Johnny in the Basement, at a really iconic New York City venue, the Bitter End in Greenwich Village, as I said. But here's the Allman Brothers' significance. So tons of great albums were recorded here. This was a center to the folk scene in the 60s. But the Bitter End was actually the name of Butch Trucks' band before 31st of February. It was actually Bitter End for individual. And frankly, they were either sued or challenged over the name and not allowed to, by the Bitter End, by the club, and not allowed to release. So they changed their name to 31st of February. There's a little Allman trivia for you. I'm guessing the only way that anybody knew about it was because they were signed or were signing with Vanguard Records, the famous folky label. Long live the ABB.